People ask me the difference between what's like working with Sammy Hagar or what's it like working with Tom Scholz in Boston. Well, Sammy Hagar is what you see is what you get. He's always in a good mood, always ready to party, of course a great musician, a lot of fun to work with, and every project he does, including all the projects I did with him, he said, you know, next time we do this, it's going to be even better, and this is going to be the best project we ever did, and it was always growing, and it always did. Every year that I was with him, our sales got better and better. We got more and more people at the shows, we got better and better reviews. It all went up, and he had that positive attitude toward it. Tom, when they put together the list of 100 greatest rock musicians of all time, Tom always shows up as one of the 100 greatest guitar players, but he's also on the list of 100 greatest keyboard players of all time. And there's nobody else in the world that shows up on both of those lists. And then you throw in 100 greatest rock songs of all time. There are always a couple of Boston songs in there. Engineer, producer, he designed the amplifiers that we're using, so he's a really special guy. It's been great working. What I learned from Sammy about business, is follow your instinct, follow your gut. When Lee Iacocca took over Chrysler, Sammy said, that guy's got it. That guy's got a certain special something, and the government isn't going to let him fail at this. So I'm going to invest in that company. And he did. He bought stock when it was $3 and sold it when it was like 16 or something. So, you know, made a lot of money on that deal. The whole .com boom, when that happened, he said, I didn't trust that. I didn't like what was going on. I didn't lose a penny because I didn't invest a penny in that. That's what I learned from Sammy about business.
No way.
You know, I always think of a rock band as a team. You know, you all got to start and stop at the same time to make it work. And everybody puts in what they can. It just so happens that one of my passions is electronics. So I'm the guy that knows about how all the amps get put together and how they all work. But again, it's just all, I'm just doing it because I want to be part of the team. Do whatever I can to make it all work. So every musician wants to practice and get better and better. And some people take it even further than that. We had heard that Randy Rhoads, a great guitar player that worked with Ozzy Osbourne, when they would tour, he would go to different music stores and take lessons from the guy giving lessons at that local music store. Because he said, they always know something that I don't know, and I want to know what that is. And so keep learning all the time. I'll tell you something I learned from Brad Delp, our original singer. After every show, he would sign every autograph, shake people's hands, take pictures with them, do whatever they wanted to do, because he knew that they were the reason that he was there. And it was easy enough for him to take the time out to give back a little bit of some of that love that they would give us. People ask, do you get tired of playing the same songs year after year? It's like, well, I would if I just had to sit in my living room and play the songs over and over. But you stand up on stage and look out in the audience and people are smiling and singing along, sometimes louder than the band, and there's just no better feeling than that. But it's not the kind of thing that you can just do whenever you want. You got to get ready for it. We practice for months before we actually go on the road because we want to be at the top of our form. But yeah, we remember the songs, but we want to really present these just like the record, and that's the thrill for us. People come in after the show and tell us, wow, it sounded just like the record, or it sounded better than the record, and that really makes it for us. Even though our show may be sold out tonight, we know we got to give it 110% so that people come back and see us next year, that we get good reviews, and just to make us happy, because we're not happy unless we're giving 100% every single night too. Well, my dad told me, do whatever you want to do in life, but do it the best you can. So my passion was music. And so he made me go to school. He enrolled me in college to take music classes, and I loved being there. And one of the other kids sitting next to me turned out to be Johnny Cola, who went on to play with Huey Lewis and the News. But the point of it was, do whatever you want to do. And part of that process is talking about it, living it, and sharing that with other people. It just so happens that music is a business. And so if I can share any of those glimpses that I have about the business of music with other business people, then that's a great thing.
What about that?
Yeah, one thing I learned both from Sammy and Tom Scholz is that the style of their whole tour and the reason for being there really comes from the top down. Both of those guys really appreciate the crew. Everybody's got to do a job there or else the show doesn't go on, at least not very well. And so, like for Tom Scholz in Boston, our crew stays at the same hotel we are. It's not like, oh, we're staying at the Ritz and we're going to put them in the Motel 6. We're all together doing this. Everybody is just as important as everybody else. We're all putting in as a team. But the leadership really comes from the top down. And Sammy was the same way. It's like everybody's there for us. He's like best friends with, you know, the whole crew and all that. And again, that really, you know, transfers down to the ranks so that everybody feels like what they put into it is really important, because it is. Like, you know, the guy that's vacuuming the carpet, you know, you want it to look good, and he's doing a good job, and you say, hey, Joe, that, you know, doing a great job. This is going to be a great show tonight. Thanks for all your help. And thank you to all the people, again, that help make things go so smoothly every day. I hope people walk away with the idea that if you work hard at things, you can succeed. That's always been the only thing I know. Again, my dad always told me, do whatever you want to do, but be the best you can do. And so that's what I try to import to especially young kids growing up, because they say, gosh, what do I do? Should I move to LA? Should I do this? I said, just be the best you can in whatever town you're in, and people will find you. You know, if you're the best, they'll find you.